A few months ago, I went to get some dinner at one of my favorite places to eat, Taco Del Nar in Ridgway, Colorado, and I found this. A single fox head cautiously surveying the area. Was this a fox den? More importantly, was there more than one fox? This definitely looks like a fox den to me, and this young fox appears to be all alone and a little nervous. But there's no need to be nervous when you have a brother or a sister to keep you company. Well, would you look at that? 2 young foxes loaded with energy. This is going to be awesome. And it looks like this is going to be even more awesome than I could have imagined, because there's not just 2 foxes, there's 4 baby foxes in this den. And what do young fox kids like this do while they're waiting for their parents to bring them food? Well, they love to play. This is something that every nature-loving photographer dreams about. Let's get some shots. It doesn't take much to get one of these little foxes airborne. This mock attack is totally playful, even if the fox on the receiving end cowers just a bit. This is just good judgment on the receiving fox's part, because it's more than eager to return the attack. That's right, you had better run. After that display, both foxes take a slight break until one of them notices me crouched in the bushes. A few seconds later, and they both turn their attention to me. Those ears up mean they are on high alert. They are really checking me out. You can see it in their eyes and their body posture. And likewise, I'm watching them through my lens, completely mesmerized by their beauty. The late afternoon light really complements that beautiful orange fur. This is what wildlife photography is all about, being there in the moment and becoming part of the natural world. It doesn't take the foxes very long to realize I'm no harm to them, and it's back to playing. When you have a sibling that is eager and willing to play with you, there really is no need for anything else. These 2 foxes don't seem to have a care in the world. They're more concerned with biting each other's feet than what's going on in the world around them. But taking a quick break does sound like a great idea. I think I'll park my butt right here on your back if you don't mind. Wait, what's that over there? I don't know, I'm afraid to look. No, you need to see this. Hey, what is that? One of the fox kids has a new toy. But what exactly is this new toy? Oh, that is a very large bird wing. It looks like it might have belonged to a vulture. I don't think this is something one of the young foxes could have captured on their own. I think an adult fox might have brought this big bird for dinner, and apparently the leftover wing makes a good toy. Who knew? Let's see what's going on with our other 2 playful foxes. There those 2 troublemakers are, and they still seem very interested in watching the other fox play with its bird wing. But eventually that bird wing gets a little boring, and our 3rd fox, well, it gets a little lonely. Maybe things would be more interesting over there with the other 2 foxes. An old piece of twine makes for a great toy, and this playful fox isn't about to share. But who needs a dirty old piece of twine when you have a beautiful fluffy tail, which leads to a nice battle of will? Who will win? The fox whose tail is being pulled? Or the fox who has a mouthful of tail? There's no clear winner here, and it isn't long until the fox whose tail is being pulled retaliates. The retaliation turns into a gnashing of nails and sharp baby fox teeth. These 2 seem to have a limitless amount of energy, but this fight, just like every other one, turns into nothing more than playful fun, and if you ask me, both of these cute little foxes appear to be smiling, and eventually they wind up in a cute little bundle of orange and white fur. Meanwhile, our 3rd fox with the bird wing still watches from afar, and of course that cute little bundle of orange and white fur is at it again. This time we have an acrobatic fox. I think this airborne fox is saying, "No worries, I've got your back, buddy." Our 2 foxes playing by the den certainly know how to have a good time, and it's almost like they're teasing the 3rd fox. They keep looking over in that fox's direction with eager, tempting eyes that say, "Come on over and play with us." Our lonely fox just can't resist, and in true fox fashion, it takes the stealthy, predatory approach towards its siblings. And of course, the outcome of this stealthy approach could lead to only one result, an amazing photo opportunity with 3 young foxes. That silent, stealthy approach proved to be a good choice because our lonely fox now has the upper hand, or should I say, upper paw. Every few minutes, the foxes seem to stop playing and survey the area around them. As soon as they determine there's no immediate threat, it's back to playing. This time, one of the foxes thinks it needs a better vantage point, so it decides to climb onto the backs of the other 2 foxes. This could only lead to one thing, an adorable bundle of playful foxes and what I like to call a fox pileup. The fox pileup doesn't last very long because, kids, well, they'll be kids, and these young foxes are about as childish as they come. A quick and very calculated bite on the paw gives one fox an unfair advantage, and the result is an image that perfectly captures that sly fox attitude these animals are known for. You can't help but feel for the fox being bitten either, but once again, in true fox fashion, the fox being bitten retaliates and goes for the face. The retaliation is short-lived, and all three foxes decide to take a break. The clouds have parted, and the late afternoon sun brilliantly highlights the color of these animals. They seem to really enjoy the sudden warmth of the sun, but young foxes can't seem to sit still. A fragment of bone makes for a nice toy, and I laugh out loud at the antics of these incredible creatures. My laughter gives me away as one of the young foxes makes eye contact. This time, the foxes aren't too sure of my presence, and they scatter into the safety of the den, all except one, of course. This is the brave fox, the one who stands tall against all threats. And this fox is eager to prove just how tough he is because a predator has entered its territory, and the almighty fox has to prove that it's the alpha beast here. Our big brave fox has managed to capture and subdue the threat. But what exactly is this big bad creature threatening the young fox's den? A moth. A tiny little moth that has now become very interesting to the fox. Our brave little fox decides to sit back and play with the moth for a little while as the clouds move back in, robbing the area of that nice golden light. It's getting very close to dinner time, and our brave young fox decides that a moth makes for the perfect appetizer. It is at this very moment I catch a faint glimpse of orange and white far off in the distance. The foxes pile out of the den. They know something I don't, and a few minutes later I spot what has piqued their interest. An adult fox has appeared from out of nowhere, and even from so far away, I'm completely taken back by its beauty. This fox has an incredible white and orange coat, and in the fading light, it almost appears ghost-like as it silently peers towards the den. I can instantly tell that this fox is very, very careful. It has quite obviously developed a fear of humans, and if I make one wrong move, the adult will disappear and these hungry little foxes will miss their dinner. I glance back at the eager young foxes, and then back up at the adult who now has a mouthful of food. This is all happening so quickly and with no form of verbal communication. The adult places the food on the ground, turns, and runs back to the forest, and our brave young fox ventures out from the den to grab the food. It comes running back full speed and disappears into the den. I start to pack up my gear, but once again, I see a flash of orange along a tree line to my right. I wait a few seconds, and another adult comes running straight up to the den with a mouthful of food and quickly disappears inside. I can only imagine the feeding frenzy that's going on inside that fox den. 4 hungry fox kits and 1 adult happily eating in their home. Our brave young fox makes one last appearance for the day, and with a belly full of food, relaxes in the setting sun. What an amazing experience. That was my very first time around an entire litter of foxes, and oh man, it was so much fun. Those little foxes are full of so much life. What did you think of those foxes? Let me know in the comments below, and click that thumbs up button and share this video. That's really helpful to me. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time, and don't forget to click that little bell icon so you know exactly when I put up a new video. Also, check out my website for my workshop schedule and the photography instruction books I've written. Thanks for watching.